Congratulations, Dr. Karim bin Abdullah, for being awarded Engineering Solutions Provider of the Year 2014 in Asia.
Thank you very much, Mercedes.
Serba Dinamik Group has been awarded Engineering Solutions Provider of the Year 2014 in Asia. The group's CEO, Dr. Karim bin Abdullah, joined us today to talk about how the company went from 3 workers in Malaysia to over 1,000 workers spread across the globe. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
So tell us about the history of your company.
What I can remember is it's established in June 1993. It's a small company in locations where it is known to be a fishing village in a small place by the name of Bintulu in the state of Sarawak within the country of Malaysia. So from that small locations where we started, we have moved into other states in the country of Malaysia to provide what we are good in. At that time, is more known to be a company doing overhaul of rotating equipments in the oil and gas industry. So that's where we started, and from the performance that we've done over those few jobs that is given to us, we penetrate further into other locations within the whole country of Malaysia. And to recap back, the continuations of what we are doing in Malaysia, we exported it out to other countries, and we started off in the Middle East as the first destination of our global initiative, which is basically in the country Qatar, doing some revamping job on gas turbine for General Electric equipments in Qatar Gas LNG. So the rest are history to us, to what we have achieved today.
So what services do you offer?
In the engineering perspective, we term ourselves as a total solution provider for rotating equipments, which includes activities or capabilities like installations of the equipments from manufacturer, commissioning, and later on to carry out the necessary maintenance overhaul on the respective equipments after certain running hours. And there are occasions when equipments are operating, they encountered with various kinds of problems. That's where we come in with our expertise to troubleshoot, carry out analytical analysis, and provide solutions to the most probable cause. So I would say that is our core competence when we started off the business till what we are today.
How are you planning to stand out from your local competitors?
What I can say here is the industry, in any way that we are going, is always having a lot of competitions. And for you to win against the competitor, there must be something, what we call it as a value-added kind of services that we are providing. So from that perspective, I would say that we have managed to position ourselves as a one-stop kind of capabilities, like what I mentioned before, from the installation up to the troubleshooting capabilities. So that I would say is some of the added things that we have as compared to the competitors, and I believe that is something which helps us to position ourselves much strongly as compared to other players.
And you already have offices in Indonesia, Malaysia, obviously, the Middle East, here in the UK. Are you planning to expand any further across the globe?
Definitely yes. In our board meeting, what we have agreed on is we are going to position Serba Dinamik as a multinational company of preferred choice. And if we look at our presence and penetration at the moment, we are present in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia countries, primarily quite strong in Indonesia. And then we move also into the MENA countries, which stands for the Middle East and also North African countries. And I would say that up to today, we have made quite a significant presence in the countries which I would say are quite lucrative offerings to what we are offering, namely in the countries like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and also in the country of Oman and Kuwait. So the next move, we are looking at CIS country. We have made inroads into Turkmenistan, and I would say the two other countries which is under our radar is Azerbaijan and also Kazakhstan. So I would say those are new countries which are hoping that we can make a strong presence in years to come.
So moving to Europe, what are the main challenges of the European market?
What I can say will be is the issue of mentality and the way of thinking globally. It is always known quite in our industry, shows that people from the Europe and people from the Americans are ahead as compared to people from Asia in terms of technology. No doubt that from the industrialization perspective, that is very true. And I would see that as a main challenge, or challenges for us to convince the European market, since we are coming from the Asian country. So as a result of this, what we have done is we have recruitments from the local itself, which are basically also from the expertise from the respective country, and they will represent us to provide the similar kind of capabilities that we are offering. So it goes back to what our theme of the entire group, what we call it as think globally, act locally. So the element of localization is something that we implement to overcome the necessary challenges coming from the local perspective.
You already told us about your expansion plans, but do you have any other future plans?
I would say yes. From two perspectives we are looking at. One is from the client base, meaning to say that we are looking at expansions beyond what we are achieving at the moment. And then from the perspective of the shareholders, investor, what we are looking at is from a service provider that we are doing at the moment, we will expand it into a more what we term it as an asset-based kind of entity, meaning to say that we acquired certain tangible assets which can produce revenue for the entire group globally. Examples that initiative that we are putting in at the moment is like managing and acquiring what we term it as an integrated marine base, some power plant across the globe, and some other tangible kind of asset along these directions. So that will help to balance up the expectation from the investor and the shareholders, and at the same time, from the existing service that we are providing, we are also expanding and positioning ourselves as a prominent player, as to be a service provider for what we term it as a pressure vessel and unfired pressure vessel provider. And further along the plan is to position Serba Dinamik Group as what we term it as an engineering or energy solution provider, which can provide the necessary services to the oil and gas and also the other energy sector like power generation industry.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Karim bin Abdullah, for joining us today.
Okay, thank you too from my side.